hard time getting their first houses. Well, that's because I believe that everybody deserves to have uh, the sense of ownership and security of their homes, right? There are plenty of people out there helping those who literally don't really need a lot of help. So for those people who have perfect credit, right, and they have a lot of income, and they are employed in by a huge company, and they seem to, everything goes their way. It's all great. They're already helped by the whole world. Um, I don't think only the first top, so like 10% or top 20% are the only people who deserve to have their first house. I actually think that a lot of the people on this planet, in this world, especially in America, are systematically being kind of there's a disadvantage from the very get-go of the system, systematically being discriminated against. So I don't think it's fair. And I would very much like to dedicate all my time and my resources to find whatever way possible to help enable those who really need help. That's why, even when there's an opportunity to really claim a different market, I actually I am actually working very hard to slow it down and to right now focus only, I really mean only, on those people who need the most help. And I also believe it's a bigger market because let's be very honest, there's simply more people who are not yet, given those opportunities. And it's a bigger market if you enable all of them to be able to be, a lot of them are pretty responsible and they work very hard and they do have a pretty healthy income, but only, they're bogged down by some other criterias that are considered not very attractive to a lot of the lenders. So think about how many people have student loans. I mean, that's going to be 70% of the college students and nearly 100% of all the graduate school students. And if you think about the market, it's actually growing larger and larger, especially now we consider that more and more people going back to school and more people in the future are going to get a graduate degree. And a lot of people are not fortunate enough to have their parents paying off all of their, education, especially higher education, when they themselves have to work to pay that off later on. And if you think about also how many people are now heading into the big cities where it's just essentially extremely expensive to buy their very first house. I mean, majority of the people, at least I know, after graduation, after having a lot of student loans, they actually would go to where jobs are, and that is big city, and it's just more and more expensive to buy houses there because there's simply more people wanting to buy than there are available houses. So when we know systematically in our society there are these issues, then we need to actually come up with a lot of creative ways to change the circumstances. Now, a lot of people today are thinking from only one perspective, is if the banks I work with decide to not fund my house, the first house, then it means I have to postpone many years before I'm able to become a homeowner. And I fundamentally disagree with that approach. I do not believe, that is, of course, a lot of people don't know any better because they don't come from this background of working with mortgages. But I do believe a lot of the opportunities exist when you can work around it and think about, well, what if I don't have to necessarily buy the house right at this place? I can buy it elsewhere. What if I am not confined by what this bank says if they say no? What if somebody else says yes? And that's why I want to actually think outside of the box, because I believe if we're able to grow the pie, if you are suddenly able to create a larger market by enabling those who normally would be denied opportunities and suddenly create a bigger opportunity for everybody of those groups, the 99%, right? If you are suddenly now allowing people a new chance to own and also be able to pay for that loan, that's the system I'm trying to create here. So the house pays for itself, and they are able to own a house before they pay off all their other loans or debts or whatever that is. They are able to become a homeowner, and they're also able to grow their assets. That means you suddenly growing the market and make everything more vibrant. Now, real estate is actually generating, from at least the research I do, seems like 10% of America's GDP has something to do with real estate. Now, if you're able to suddenly vitalize this market and help a lot of people to make them to be in the market without getting into the default issue, because if you create a bunch of new type of homeowners who are also investors and the house pays itself, of course you have to be really careful about what kind of houses they are purchasing. It needs to be income generating. Then you suddenly are also vitalizing the economy, which I think is going to be a pretty interesting opportunity. And with the income that is generated by these houses, they will also be able to purchase more and invest and purchase. The money, as long as the money is circulating in a very healthy way, I think is a great thing for our society. And that's why I'm really every single day spend hours after hours. Sometimes I get so excited, not even sleeping enough, but I am really thinking about how to really solve this problem for the 99%, because I do believe fundamentally somebody needs to be fighting for them. I hope this helps. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.